Oh, this was a video I didn't intend on making today, but sitting here going through a lot of the stuff, it's kind of come down to a big decision I have to make now on YouTube here. Um, with the new COPPA rule, there's actually like a big, it's kind of a double-edged sword in this case, because if I don't know the exact ins and outs of the rule, because like everybody else, I don't really read the rule. I just kind of flick through it and I'm like, whatever. But this time I actually decided to do some research on it because so many people were flipping out about it. And it turns out that there's like this big kind of like talk going on right now about if they want to have these rules in place or if they want to try to lessen the blow a little bit, if you will. So in this case, there's actually one big problem. Nobody really expected YouTube to come out with this big thing where if you didn't obey the rules of this new COPPA thing, which I haven't really fully gone through, but I've only paid attention to a handful of things. So going through it all, there's like a rule on it's kid friendly if it shows like cartoons and animation, including like anime and stuff. Child friendly video games, like almost Nintendo games. Um, a handful of other things too. Now, the reason I'm picking on those two importantly is because that's pretty much the bulk of my channel. Oh yeah, family oriented content made specifically geared towards kids. The problem is with those first two things, that's what my channel falls under. And most of my stuff is I mark it as not friendly for kids. Well, there's a big turnaround rule with that is if the brain dead robots over at YouTube or wherever decide that it is kid friendly, that you're going to be fined $42,000. I'm not about that. So I am going to completely U-turn and get the fuck out of here. So as G John told me, I probably could be pretty damn decent on Twitch or other services or going back to wherever, trying to do something else or trying to mitigate the pain a little bit by changing the content. Well, the reason I can't really change the content is right now, where I am, I'm kind of in a weird spot. Because most of my content is deeply entrenched in things like Brave Frontier, which is kind of animation, and it is a game made for kids. There's not really much about, dying. There isn't really much, excessive things that would make it higher ranked. But that's essentially one of those things. I wasn't necessarily peddling anything like, most of these people going out peddling, all these lottery scams or win free gift cards. I wasn't doing any of that. But sitting here thinking about it now, I'm playing Pokemon Shield right now. I just recorded 3 more episodes. So I'm going to try a little experiment. I'm going to upload all 3. This hasn't hit me yet, but you notice that most of my videos have gone private. Well, I don't know if this can affect me. That's the thing. I don't know if this can affect me, but I'm not going to take that chance. I still have episodes 4, 5, and 6 available, but I've edited them yet. I have edited them, but I don't feel the right moment to upload them. So I'm going to be uploading them almost a day apart at just the same time. And then after 2 days, I'm going to stop making videos. But I'm going to move over to Twitch, which is kind of hard for me to say because, the fact that I like Detica so much and, this is kind of like a pain that I can't really seem to grasp yet because the subscription and all this other stuff works differently there. But most importantly, it's I don't like Twitch because their rules don't align with me because I'm kind of crazy. And seeing what happened with a lot of these other Twitch streamers, I don't know if I want to go on Twitch because see how much batshit crazy stuff happens with people and doing people things. And tending to do very bad things to these people. I'm sitting here just going like, this could be a double-edged sword for me because I might get killed, or it might be pretty good. I don't know. Now, another thing is with archiving my old videos, I've actually saved like 80% of my stuff. The only stuff I haven't really got yet is like all my streams, the ones that weren't taken down by copyright and or copyrighted material, is what I was going to say. So things like the Mario randomizer, the Super Mario World level randomizer thing, a Link to the Past randomizer. Those two things I had no fucking no real goal, but it was just claimed anyways. And then all my E3 streams and all that, but I had really no way of like protecting myself against any of that. So there was that. And now I'm kind of pushing the limits of my drives right at the moment. So I'm sitting here thinking, I've got two options really. I can get, because I actually went through and looked at this, more stationary drive things, more stationary drives that are just intended to sit and not really do much, cost less. But drives that are portable cost a ton more. So I'm sitting here going like, which one do I want to get? I'm like, should I go for portability? Should I go for stationary stuff? But then I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about myself because, I have the Pack Extras, my main channel. And then there was a kind of an experimental channel that I was going to launch, but decided to U-turn on when most of these rules came out, because I was looking at a lot of my stuff and I'm like, let's make a cool video, because some people were like, oh, you should do tech stuff. I was like, that seems pretty cool. So I was planning on launching a tech thing. Pretty much backfired because right now it's like, I don't know what's necessarily good and what's necessarily safe. So I'm not going to do anything with that channel, and we're just going to see where that goes. Now, I'm sitting here going, I've got many options, and I've got either buy a new drive or fix something down here. Now, I actually have one of these old things. I took most of the parts out because of cleaning them. Now, I took most of the plastic parts out. Took some of the plastic things out and I was cleaning the plastic stuff. But when I was taking the motherboard, I broke it by accident. I unintentionally tried prying something up, but didn't realize it was actually part of the case and part of the, I don't think it was part of the case really. I think I was trying prying it up and I forgot to take out a bolt and I cracked part of the motherboard, which had the, I think it was the processor. Yeah, I think it was like the main processor or something. I accidentally cracked it because I'm stupid. So I need to get a new motherboard for it. So 3 cheers for not thinking for me. Good job, me. So now I'm sitting here and I'm like, I've completely replaced the drives. I'm disposing of the old one. But I got 2 new ones. I got a 500 gig and then I got a 2 terabyte drive for this big beast. And then I'm sitting here going like, should I just use this? Or should I just get new drives? But I'm like, I'm kind of lost right now because the motherboard is more expensive than just getting a new drive. But I'm like, which option should I go with? Should I just boot this one up with like Ubuntu or something, or some Linux-based platform? Or try something entirely different and make it like just a brick for hard drives? I can just start shoving more drives in there. I don't know. So realistically, I'm sitting here, I'm honestly like sitting here like reflecting on it. I'm like, what do I do? Because it's like I've got a lot of options, but at the same time, it's like, which option is the best? But I think just getting either replacements for the board is going to be better, because I can just use that portable drive, smack it into this thing, and then that's pretty much it. But the archiving is not necessarily the biggest problem here. Obviously, it's the copper rule. my channel could essentially be on that line. So again, like I said before, I'm just going to make the Pokemon videos. I'm going to upload 4, 5, and 6 for Pokemon Shield. Everything else is going to be done on Twitch. Twitch things give me the description. Discord also there. But I'm sitting here thinking, like, is that necessarily the best option? Because, back when I said before about the subscription thing, it's more of a paid thing. So I'm sitting here like, do I go Twitch or do I just stay YouTube and just try to dodge bullets? But again, bullets move so fast and I can only move so quick. So I'm sitting here like, I don't know what to do. But I honestly gotta think that moving platforms is easier because I've already established this. I'm already kind of sort of established. So if I just switch gears and just move from YouTube to there, it shouldn't be a problem. Now, Mixer, I was going to originally go on Mixer too, but I decided to not because they're also with YouTube and making kid-friendly content. I'm not about that. No, I'm going to Twitch because it seems to be geared towards a different audience. Now, YouTube's thing could essentially backfire and it could be normal, but that's one of my videos that are just going to stay private for the time being, and I'm just going to upload a lot of the other videos, like a lot of my other stuff I've got going on right now, just as kind of a precaution, so that in case COPPA's rules do roll out, I can just quickly take all the stuff and just get rid of it. So if the rules do come out, and if they do approve of it, because right now it's kind of a battle that they're going through. It's like a big lawsuit they're going. I might just completely switch it out and go to a completely different region. But I'm sitting here thinking to myself, if I did move, would it be too hard? Would it not be appropriately scaled? And I'm like, I don't think it would be inappropriately scaled because I've already gotten pretty well. And I'm sitting here like, it's not really bad. So, aside from me trying to avoid the red door, which is the big bad thing, yeah, it's pretty much just what do I do from here? Again, I got the multiple avenues I can go to. I've got the Twitch, I've got Mixer, and I can just stay on YouTube and just see how everything plays out. I don't really want to stay and just see what happens and just kind of go, why don't you just throw it in the air? That's not what I'm going to do. I'm not going to do that because it just doesn't feel right. One, it just doesn't feel right. Two, why? Why would I just stay here when essentially, the world's on fire? So instead of me staying around, I'm just going to completely U-turn and just get on out of here. But again, all my stuff's in the description. I encourage most of you guys to go on the Discord to kind of catch up with a lot of the stuff and to kind of see what I'm going to do next after every of my games. After like Pokemon Shield, what's next? This. There's a lot of interesting things I've got. There's most importantly, I might be going back into a few other games that nobody might really expect after I've stated how much I don't like the games anymore. But I might be going back to them just as kind of a fun little experiment, really. But I'm looking at all my stuff going, this is where my content's geared at. This is my problem is. COPPA's and rules are going to fuck me up. I don't want to get fucked up by COPPA's and rules with YouTube and the FTC. No, is it considered just avoiding responsibility? Yes. But I'm not going to get fined that absurd amount of money over absolutely nothing. I don't feel that's justifiable. I made an oops in my videos and oh shit, I'm dead. I don't want to have one of those problems on me because it's like we don't really need any more problems here at Pack Studios because there's a lot of shit going on. I don't want any fucking problems with YouTube, nor do I want any problems with the big boys down at the FTC. So I think for now, I'm just gonna upload the rest of those videos, schedule them out for the rest of the week. I think the last video will go out on Monday, so I'm gonna give it by Wednesday before I make a final decision. I've already kind of made my final decision, but I'm not entirely sure what's necessarily going to happen here. I'm sitting here really thinking long and hard about it, but I'm like, what do I do? Where do I go mostly? But finally, what's going to happen next? The next step, obviously, is to move entirely over to Twitch and start working some things and try to work some stuff down with Twitch or see what I can do. How likely is it to work? I don't know. Is it completely useful? I don't know. Will Twitch actually fucking not dispose of me for saying the F word? Probably not. But I guess that's just all for now. We really have nothing else left to say. So we're just gonna see what happens from here because God knows I'm fucking confused. That being said, guys, that's all for now. You might realize your boy might disappear for a little while. That's because I'm getting set up on Twitch. Again, all this stuff's in the description. I don't know how many times I've said that already, but rest in peace. Rip YouTube, I guess. Put an F for YouTube in the comments, I guess. You know, pay respect for a once great platform who's now completely fucking everybody over. I have nothing to say. That's pretty much a big wrap up. But again, I'm pretty much going to try to be thinking of a lot of things. Whether to save this old behemoth of a fucking computer. You know, it's ancient. So trying to see if I can make it work. It's probably not going to work. But I'm sitting here more and more, and I'm like, certain platforms might work with it. You know, it might just depend, honestly. So that's it for now. I'm going to try to get back to repairing this beast of a fucking computer we dragged back from the dead. So yeah, see you guys probably in the next one. I don't entirely know for sure. See ya.